Tomorrow will mark 47 years since Mozambique gained independence from Portugal. Mozambique's War of Independence was an armed conflict fought from 1964 to 1974 between the guerrilla forces of Frelimo and Portugal. Tomorrow also marks the 60th anniversary of the governing Frelimo party. Let's discuss the significance of these milestones with Professor Adriano Nuvunga, the director of Mozambique Center for Democracy and Development that's based in Maputo. Prof. Nuvunga, good afternoon. Thank you very much for reconnecting with us. What is the significance of this occasion?
Indeed, very significant milestones. Mozambique will make 47 years of independence tomorrow, and Frelimo also will turn 60 years since its foundation. This is important, and we have to say the objectives of the fight for independence is met. The state is consolidated. Our sovereignty rests in the hands of the people of Mozambique today. Major problems is number one, the state and Frelimo, it is one thing, one and the same thing. And
so there's no division. There's no clear line of division today between Frelimo and the state. But Mozambique is supposed to be a multi-party democracy. At the time of independence, Mozambique was the sole governing party. It was a one-party state. But today, you are saying Frelimo and the state behave as if they are one and the same thing.
Exactly. As you see, the way they are framing the celebrations, it is as if Mozambique's independence and the Frelimo's anniversary, it is one and the very same thing. And this has led to the problems that drove us to the civil war that lasted for 16 years. And then we went to the 1992 peace agreement. Major problem of that 1992 peace agreement is that, number one, there hasn't been a peace dividend for the majority of Mozambicans. Number two is we had to sign 2 more peace agreements simply because the spirit and the foundations of that peace agreement were not fully implemented to the state that 2 more peace agreements were needed, because Mozambique after the signing of the peace agreement went from peace to war, and this, it tells you of how much governance is not oriented towards the building of the nation, reconciliation, democratic state, and ensuring that everyone can enjoy the fruits of peace and the fruits of independence.
Now, if people in Mozambique today, as you say, cannot or are not able to enjoy the fruits of peace, I mean, we've got the northern war going on in Cabo Delgado currently, and South Africa is involved in it as part of the SADC mission. On the ground, is there much therefore to celebrate?
I would simply say no. I have said that the people have not yet enjoyed the peace dividend since 1992 up until now. If you look at the regional disparity, if you look at inequality, growing inequality in Mozambique, with the resource of the state being enjoyed mostly by those who liberated the country, and alienating, marginalizing the overwhelming majority of the population. This is the reason why Mozambique has failed to transform economically to allow that most majority would benefit of the independence. One simple example, in Cabo Delgado, there is the most lucrative mine is Montepuez ruby mining. Last week, they earned $90 million of the auction of the rubies. Nothing, literally nothing, will be left for the local populations there in Montepuez. But one prominent Frelimo liberator will get 25% of that $90 million resulting of that auction. This tells you the pattern of Mozambique's state structure and Mozambique's growth. So therefore, inequality, neglect, marginalization, it is not allowing for the most majority to see themselves reflected in the triumphalism that Frelimo is propagating today.
Thank you very much for your reflections and insights this afternoon. Professor Adriano Nuvunga, the Director of Mozambique Center for Democracy and Development. Tomorrow, of course, marking 47 years since Mozambique gained independence from Portugal. But it also coincides with the 60th anniversary of the foundation, the establishment, the birth of the ruling party, Frelimo.